Mile 22 is the fourth film that stars Mark Wahlberg and is directed by Peter Berg. And this is the first time that they're doing a movie together that's not based on a true story. This also stars Ronda Rousey, Iko Uwais, John Malkovich, and plenty of other great stars. And this tells the story of an elite American intelligence officer aided by a top-secret tactical command unit who tries to smuggle a mysterious police officer with sensitive information out of the country. Judging by the trailers, I thought this was going to be a really gritty action film. And if I was Iko Uwais in this movie, and after I saw this movie, like maybe at a premiere, I would be incredibly disappointed with how this movie turned out. Peter Berg takes the action scenes and hires Iko Uwais, who is a really great stuntman from the Raid films, does his own stunts. They look great. Some of the best action scenes I've ever seen in any movies. He places them in an American movie with Mark Wahlberg, John Malkovich, and edits his scenes so poor. They have those quick cuts and shaky cam that really don't allow you to get invested into the action scenes. He's putting a lot of time and effort into his scenes, and you can tell that he's doing some great things in this movie, but Peter Berg doesn't allow for those moments to really shine. You can't tell what he is doing. You can't tell his cool stunts that he is performing because they are so poorly edited that they don't allow for you to go, wow, that was really cool. Watch The Raid. Those are filmed so beautifully. It's nothing like that in Mile 22. It's almost like a slap to the face to this guy. Really great actor, didn't get a chance to shine in this movie. Now that's not the bad part of this movie. There's a lot of things that don't work for this film. One of it being that we get to know everything we know about the characters in the opening credits. They have a 2-minute opening credit that tells you everything you need to know about Mark Wahlberg's character. And they don't tell you anything else after that. They tell you everything you need to know within those 2 minutes. That he gets angry very easily and he has a bracelet that he slaps himself with to cause pain so he can focus. He has been around a lot. He was bad as a kid and now he's trying to focus on his career. He has a temper, and everything you know about the character was mostly in those 2 minutes of that opening credit. And they really don't dive deeper into this character. All they show you is that he slaps that bracelet on his hand over and over again, and that's it. Everybody has a really bad temper in this movie. Everybody's just angry about something, and I really don't understand why. The movie had a really great opening, really suspenseful, really tense opening that I thought was really great, and it just kind of went downhill from there. The plot was a little wishy-washy for me. It's either that I really wasn't paying attention or they didn't do a great job explaining the plot, but there was someone that they needed to escort from wherever they were to an airplane so he can get to America, and he's using an item as leverage because it has sensitive information on it that the Americans can use. And so he says, you're not going to get this information unless you take me somewhere. The transition from him explaining that to actually him getting escorted by Mark Wahlberg and company was really quick. It's almost like they just left out a certain scene. The transition from the first act to the second act was really poor. And I really didn't understand what was the point and what was going on in the early parts of the movie when they were discussing everything. It was kind of like everything was just being thrown at me at once, and I just really couldn't latch onto a certain information. And then we had John Malkovich, who appeared again in the movie, and he told his crew that was working with him everything that we needed to know about the movie. So if it wasn't for John Malkovich in the middle part of the movie telling me everything I need to know about the movie, I would have been completely lost. Mile 22 was a poorly edited film with some really bad transition scenes and really bad editing for the action scenes. I think that this movie could have been a lot better. Mark Wahlberg plays every other character that he's ever played. He has these weird tics, and I just thought this movie could have been a lot better. It could have told its story better as well, and I'm going to go ahead and give Mile 22 a D+. It's a big disappointment for me because I really enjoy Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg working together, but this one just did not stick with me. Make sure to leave your thoughts down below for Mile 22. Stay tuned this weekend. I got a ranking for all 4 of the Peter Berg, Mark Wahlberg films, ranking them from worst to best. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.